Magical leadership. Why I turn this leadership program or service in terms of magical? Why magical? I say this because once you have the knowledge of psychological type, which you'll be introduced to and learn, you will see things completely differently. Um, and it feels like you're sometimes a magician. Magician try to elude people with their magic tricks. And going through this program, you would come to learn what people values, what's important to them, how do they sort of think, what kind of thinking pattern are different people using. So you come to learn and understand the people you are working with in a completely different way. But most importantly, for any leadership, it's important to lead people with your own way, with your own being, or in your own sense of um, naturalness. People have this expectation towards a leader, and a leader has this towards expectation how to lead people, and which you have learned through movies and so on. So they develop sort of kind of a persona, an image in which they use to lead people, but that image does not necessarily present who they are as a person or how they think as a person, but it's just the role they are playing because it's adaptable, it's working, and so on. Now, this program sort of wants to make you accept with that's a role, if that's a role you're playing, and so on, but it wants to seek your innate predisposition, how you think, in a sense, how your consciousness work in terms for you, and how can that consciousness being utilized in terms of leadership. And why I say this is really important is because if you have a strategic thinking, if, let's say, for example, you're a person that brainstorms or even dissect argument, or even um, love planning, scheduling, and so on, and even you could pay attention to details and so on. That does not necessarily reflect how other things, and that does not necessarily reflect who you are as a person really. And if you go against that, it can make you tired. So this leadership program is about first mapping your needs, and from that on we come to sort of aiming at attacking that need and making sure that that need is fulfilled, but at the same time adding something which is obviously something that other services cannot